Hello everyone, we're back again today with some more Guild Wars, and we have timed this absurdly well. We have loaded straight into a Chak Garant event, so very keen to get that done. Is very fortunate how that timing worked out. So just while we've been waiting for the stream to start, I have been pew-pewing away on my short bow and having an absolute whale of a time. I think tonight I want to spend a good amount of time relearning all the thief specs, particularly Spectre, because I was a thief main a fair time ago, and I would not necessarily like to be a thief main again, but I certainly want to relearn it because I have a special affinity for it. Hey, Coach Destiny, how's it going? How's your night been? It's been a fairly good one over here so far. Yeah, we just pushed back my stream a little bit to make way for a Zoom call that my partner and I had to be on. So that was all right, but it gave me a bit more time to actually get things prepared as well, which is always nice. So I think before we actually start up the Chak Garant, I want to swap back to Condi Spectre because I did one of these on Deadeye the other night. Going to jump onto Guild Wars yourself in about an hour or so? Ah, very nice. So I might have to pop on, I'll definitely have to pop on your stream after I am done. We'll probably finishing up around sort of 10 p.m. or so here, so around about 2 hours time or so. Now, can I get out of combat so I can swap? Because I don't really want to be on Deadeye. There we go. Condi Spectre it is. And now we can start relearning. Let's watch out that we just don't get yeeted. Okay, steel, spam R3, 1,000 arrows. Just alternate between 2 and 4. I have spent a bit of time practicing the actual DPS rotation of this on the golem, so I have a rough idea how it works. I think it's just going to be a matter of execution now. And we definitely do not have much might here, so we're sitting around sort of 14.5k DPS at the moment, so it's nothing outstanding, but that's worse than a kick in the teeth, I guess. So what are you planning to get up to tonight, Coach Destiny and Guild Wars? Do you have any activities in mind? Yeah, tonight we'll probably like to do some fractals. So I have placed an order in for 16, was it? +9 agony infusion. So I should be able to gear up my thief to be good for fractals. I did previously have most of my characters geared up for fractals, but I think at some point when I probably needed a legendary, it sounds like a thing I'd probably need, I basically just offloaded all of them that I could get ready access to fund it. Oh, eating a few hits here. We'll probably, yeah, we'll clear Ogre this time. That's good. That gives us time to chill out, meditate, and focus on our existence when we wait for the actual chest to spawn for this. That's fun. Oh, did I even trigger my Venoms? I think I did. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh no, I didn't actually. That's sad. Sad times all round. I gotta love the Condi Spectre rotation. It's just spam 3 and pop into what is that? Oh, Shadow Shroud. And that's basically it. So Coach Destiny, you're up to Living Story 2 and some random events, taking your Weaver through the End of Dragons maps as well. Very nice. Have you had much of a chance to play with Catalyst yet, or is that sort of on the cards for taking it through the End of Dragons maps as a means of unlocking Catalyst? And oh, I am stuck in combat for so long. Oh no, no, we're a thief. We can stealth. This is fine. And shame, I don't actually have any of my new wells on. I don't even have a short bow equipped, so I can't pull it away. I might as well do that, actually. Like, I'm not actually really swapping between my weapons at all. Speaking of, I probably should actually as part of my rotation, because I think I do get some initiative back on quick pockets. So I think we are on this one. So let's actually swap back to, let's go Power Daredevil now. I think I'm actually still running Celestial. Or did we kill everything? I think we did. Oh no, Scar actually finished. So we're still waiting on Nuhawk by the looks. Let's see if we can make our way over to Nuhawk. Coach Destiny said you did and you're getting used to it. The spheres are key to getting your DPS for it, but then they nerfed it because of longer cooldowns. They switched back to Weaver. Oh, fair enough. I can't say I've played a lot of Weaver. I used to play a lot of Ellie and Tempest back in the day, but I just could never really get into Weaver. It just couldn't really gel for me. And I think since then, I've basically just been using my Elementalist as a bit of a storage character, really. I think I do have like an old Heal Tempest build set up on it for like if I ever needed it, but haven't needed it since I made it. So that was a good use of some spare Ascended trinkets I had lying around. Oh, that's right. No, this one I actually have to squash the mushrooms. Do want to check out Catalyst though, because I do have a reasonable amount of time invested on my Ellie as well. He's saying, yeah, Weaver is your main, but it's a hell of a class to learn at first. I definitely got that feeling. Yeah, I just couldn't quite get it. I just couldn't quite get the flow of it down packed. I can totally understand how it's one that you really just need to invest that time in to actually get used to what all skills do. It's a very fun class, so I really enjoyed playing Ellie back in the day. Back in my old sort of dungeon speedrunning days in like 2012, 2013. The good old dungeon days. Oh, come on, up we go. Okay, we've got we just reached level 1. And yeah, now let's swap back to Condi Spectre. So hopefully we can get our... Oh no, is it dead? I think it is. Cool! Go team, go. Now we just get to stand around for a while. Because yeah, place an order for 16 plus 9 infusions, so a casual like 50, 60 gold I just dropped, so I really would like to get those. Probably bounce to an Octavine next, and that should hopefully give me enough time for them to come in. The other option is I literally just buy all the +1s that I need and then like craft them. But that sounds bad. I don't like it. But while we're here, we can actually check the cost of that. Let's see if I can just toggle my display. Eeny, meeny, miny, where are you? There we go, that worked. Happy days. I really need to assign a button to that. It's very tedious. Crafting. Okay, let's see. I love dark mode on all things. I want a +9. Using my own materials. Let's go yes. I want 16 because I'm just going to do 2 weapons. Profit compared to buy. No, it's not much. That's a bad idea. Because it was meant to buy the thermocatalytic reagents as well. Yeah, that's no fun. How many do we need? Oh, we're going to have to do that thing where we buy like 13 stacks of +1 infusions. That sounds no fun at all. There we go. Actually, I can probably just keep... What happens if I keep my display running underneath? Does that tank my frames? Let's not find out. Let's not poke the bear. Okay, 6 minutes. It's good. Had some fun setting up Connor Carbonara's OBS on her desktop today because she finally got around to streaming some games. So it's taken a bit of a step back from the cooking streams, and yeah, we've been to do some game streams for a while. So you got that set up so she could stream Days Gone. So that was a fun stream. Tweeted out earlier that yeah, we've got basically 3 computers in here that effectively get used for streaming. We got my desktop that I'm obviously working off at the moment. Got Jess's desktop. And we also have my gaming laptop, which we actually use for our cooking streams. So the way we set that up was we basically capture everything through the laptop and then we feed it over Wi-Fi through to Jess's desktop using NDI in OBS. So I think we actually changed it to use the new teleport function in OBS. So the reason we did that was because the laptop itself was powerful enough to capture everything and basically just not crap itself. But as soon as we tried like encoding, oh, it did not like that at all. Even at like 720p, 60 frames a second, which is not a tall order at all. No, it just completely carked it. Threw up all these errors saying like encoder overloaded. I'm like, oh, that's bad. So yeah, we started passing that, basically just feeding everything that it captured, like overlays and everything through to, yeah, Jess's computer. And then that one does the encoding. And then I'll set on like my computer and then like monitor like things I can remote into the other computers using AnyDesk and then like being in mod chat. So basically, whenever like Jess streams on the cooking channel, I'm basically bouncing between 3 computers, so it's great fun. But it's a very delicate chain that a slight breeze can knock over. Poor metaphor, but I'm sticking with it. Konokanari, such a smarty, I've lost that. Oh, thank you. Thank you for indulging my technical tinkering. So I just picked up a new webcam earlier today. So we got the Logitech C922 now. So that's what we're running at the moment. So I've just been doing a bit of tinkering. What is it? Yeah, a bit of tinkering today, trying to get the quality of that good. Webcams are always a little bit tricky to do. So I've been messing with the lighting and various LUTs to actually get it looking how I want. So seems to be reasonable today, but there'll be more tinkering with that involved in the future, I'm sure. I need to check, have I been undercut on my +9 infusions? Awesome. Thanks very much, Coach Destiny, for following Connor Carbonara. Hugely appreciated. 420.72. No, that's still sitting there. I really don't want to insta-buy these. I really should have placed a buy order earlier today, but basically before I started stream today, I was like, oh, I really want to just play Thief today. Check, I don't actually have any... No, I don't have any agony infusions at all. I've got a lot of like +5 power infusions from World vs. World. Very cheap way of just getting the power infusions. But yeah, I just found it to be too much of a nightmare to keep like 150 agony resistance across all my characters. It was just no fun at all. Because yeah, you're dropping like 60 gold every time. So when you have like, you know, one of every class, so 9 characters, 9 toons all geared out. I don't even know what that is. Let's check. What's that? That's 9 times 60. I have a math degree, but I won't do math in my head. Yeah, it's 540 gold right there in just infusions. That's like a quarter of a legendary. I love this part of the event where we just wait around. We go just open some of these chests. Did I even open this chest? I don't think I did. Did I? Did I forget? Literally cannot remember. Should be here. Unless it disappeared. It would be hilarious if I did not actually open that. Oh well. It's not like I was going to get the infusion anyway. He says as he was probably actually going to get the infusion. It's karma for you not opening your chest when we did strikes the other night. Oh, that's not the salvage item. It's not a bag. It has the exact same icon as a bag, though. Well, we need to play some more Icebreed Saga so we can actually get you the experience so you can open them. Which, now that I say it, I think it just means I'm going to have to play on your account for a while until we do it. That's okay, because then I can double up on the daily strike rewards. This doesn't sound too bad, actually. I think I can roll with this. Yes, please, cool. I've got permission. Got permission to use her account for additional farming. So let's actually swap this back from Celestial to Berserker now. And Legendary Armor makes this super easy and cool. I'm still rocking Scholar. That is good. Don't touch your things. I look forward to changing all of your key bindings. But also change them every time. Customize. I think I had this on Celestial when I was farming the Halloween Labyrinth. Where is it? I've completely forgotten how to spell Berserker as well. I was starting to like type C, then I'm like, no, that's not how it works. I wish there was like a separate option. Stop messing with your things. I'm improving your things. My touch improves all things. It's like the Midas touch, but with technology. So fried. Like I started typing Scholar instead of Berserker. I've like done it wrong 3 times. Someone go like swaddle me and put me to bed. I'm done for today. Now we have to watch out for the portal that we're inevitably going to get, and we get like ported into a wall or something. Going to bounce across to an Octavine after this. If we don't get our infusions after that, we're insta-buying, and we are sad. Can we get here before? Yes, there we go. We triggered it before the portal. Excellent. Do want to go through and learn the actual Deadeye rotation. As I mentioned before, I was a Thief main for a while, but I think I tried like once using Power Deadeye in the certain raid bosses that it was very good. So I think it was like Kadim. Yeah, basically both Kadim fights, and yeah, it just couldn't click with me. Or more so just like I couldn't really get a handle on like the timings to dodge everything there. And when basically you're kiting Kadim on final boss of Raid Wing 6, like the entire raid like depends on you doing your job correctly. It's a very stressful one to just go into for like the first time, being like, oh, I'm going to learn how to kite Kadim now. And then you just instantly get smacked. So yeah, I have not done that since. I'm not even sure what they actually use to kite Kadim nowadays. We're going for keys. 72. We're golden. Okay, Auric Basin. Let's see if we can smuggle our way into a nice map. Don't see any commanders in this map, so let us go. Should have probably just stayed in an actual like squad for the other one. Heart of Thorns. Way too many looking for group things. How long do we have? We got in fairly quickly. We got the Vine Tooth, so let's actually maybe go back to Condi Spectre. Looks like people are loading into this map. Very nice, and I'm pretty sure I do have, yeah, I think I do have my Jade Core on this character, which is good. This one I'm going to swap back to... Oh, I'm stuck in combat. No fun. I was going to swap back to Shortbow so I could just very cheekily spam my way through this event. Come on. Let me out of combat, please. Please. Hello? Can we? I'm just going to wander over here. I'm over here now. There we go. Okay. Now we can just cheese our way with Thief Shortbow. I have to say, for all the classes I played, there is no class better for just like farming group open world events compared to Thief. Hey, Perfect D, how's it going? How's your evening been? Evening/day. We're just doing a cheeky Octavine before we take our Thief into Fractals for the first time in years, so that is going to be fun. Just saying before, I've gone through an ordered 16 Agony infusion so I can actually do it, so I'm waiting for those to come in. Hopefully I don't have to insta-buy them. And I'm not taking them off any of my other characters. I'm not going through that logistical nightmare. Although I say that, it's probably not the worst idea because there's some classes I'm just really not playing. Okay, I think I may have convinced myself. That's all right, we'll cross that bridge when and if we get to it. It's the only kind of Octavine, a cheeky Octavine. One thing I don't like about Octavine, though, could just be the particular... Because I just tend to sit at South. Yeah, I very much don't want to insta-buy them. I know it's a very bad idea, but I've got gold to spare at the moment, and I can tend to make it back reasonably quickly. But yeah, it's like an extra like 10 gold for the set that I need. I was going to say something, I can't remember. Oh yeah, no, that was it. I found for anything that requires the Octavine to be targeted, particularly things like steel, so other certain things as well. I'm trying to remember, there's a few like particular things where you'll get like the no valid path to target, even though you'll be like directly in front of the Octavine. So you're just sort of stuck there, not being able to use half your skills. I think, it was Deadeye actually. I tried to do this on Deadeye the other day, and I couldn't actually mark the Octavine, even though I was like right in front of it. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, my entire rotation depends on me marking it. So I just sort of sat there auto-attacking it the entire time because I'm like, I literally can't do anything else. Or there's no point in me doing anything else. So in that case, I'll probably swap over to just power Daredevil, I think. Your usual tactic, Connor Carbonara. So that's what you were doing in Strikes last night. Not last night, the other day. I had an inkling that's what you were doing. As the commander for that squad, that knowledge stays safe with me. And everyone else in the stream. I really am going to have to set up like a posture check, channel redeem, because yeah, I notice I lean to the left like all the time whenever I'm playing. It's like my standard sort of semi-relaxed thinking position. Then after a while, I'm like, why is my neck so sore? I'm like, oh, that's right, I brought that on myself. Oh, nice. One thing I do like about Power Daredevil is that I do have Sigil or Bloodlust on my short bow, so we're just sitting at 25 Bloodlust stacks, which is nice. Do we be cheeky and go Invigorating Precision? I don't think so today. Funny thing about trying to like learn the Daredevil rotation is you think a lot of the damage would come from bound, so but actually no, most of it comes from weakening charge. Speaking of, I really want that back piece, but I know it's no longer on the gem store, so I'm gonna have to wait until that thing becomes available again. No, you have an excessive amount of channel points, so yeah, we need to figure out the redeem thingy. Yes, we very much do. Tell you what, since we hit affiliate like Tuesday morning, 2 a.m. Bad time to hit affiliate, but alas, we did. Yeah, we've been going through just trying to get our heads around like everything we can do now that we're affiliates. Probably should have done it beforehand, but we didn't. And even we spent a fair amount of time like in like stream elements, just like rejigging our alerts and stuff like that, and making sure they're actually like set up to accommodate like subscribers and cheers and all that, because a lot of stuff just left at like stream elements default. So that's what took up a lot of time yesterday. Which one shall I go to? Probably, yeah, we do have those new emotes. Nothing, we need to make more emotes as well, so that's going to be fun. Oh, there we go. I thought I like busted my controls again, like I couldn't access my map. I was just pressing the wrong button. Playing Guild Wars for all these years and I still get the wrong buttons. Oh, hey, Hags Obsidian. Welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. How has your day been? Oh, unlocked a new emote. Apparently you have one. Okay. It's good to know. Yeah, I took a very quick look at the emotes that we got there, but yeah, we're talking like a 15-minute look, if that. I'm going very well, Hags Obsidian. It has been a fairly good day so far. Connor Carbonara, my partner, who's also in chat, did a stream of Days Gone earlier, so I spent a fair bit of time just like getting that set up. Got some new webcams that I've been tinkering with today, the Logitech C922, so that's been fun. And yeah, just keen to chill out with some Guild Wars tonight. So yeah, we're just going to do a quick Octavine, then move into doing some fractals, I think. So if anyone wants to do some fractals, let me know. Yeah, I'll probably end up just doing them on my thief, I think. I think that sounds like a good idea. But if I am in need of anything else, then I can like swap over to like Scourge, Guard, or Firebrand, or Necro. I like just alternating between the same classes, and Renegade as well. It's morning where you are, sending love. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's about almost 8:30 in the evening here. So I'm going to gather you're probably somewhere. No, I won't assume where you are. I guess it's probably somewhere like US-ish time, just based on my rough like head conversion, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm glad you chose to start your morning by watching our humble stream here. Just wandering around trying to find something to do to kill the time. I might actually do a quick check to see where my +9 infusions live. Let's pull up. Bum bum bum. Which tab are you? It's 9 infusions, and let's toggle display. There we go. Let's take a quick look. So I've got a few minutes. I want to go account. This is Guild Wars 2 efficiency in case anyone doesn't know. Highly recommend looking it out and basically inputting your account API key so you can do a quick you basically search across all you can and get all sort of useful metrics. +9 agony. +9, there we go. Item upgrades. So there is a lot on my rev. Also, there's a fair few on that Guardian line 5. No, that's a Guardian that I'm not playing, actually, so that's a very good one. That's not showing all of them. I have not filtered that correctly. Where are we at for that? We got another 3 minutes. Cool. Equipment include, item upgrades include. Let's try that. See if that updates anything. If not, we can at the very least ransack this Guardian here, Adeline Farr. We can ransack that one. We can also probably grab... Probably not going to use Alice Protassia, this other guard, for fractals much, so we might just ransack them. That's if the +9 infusions haven't come in, and I think they just might have, actually. We got 11 of them. Okay, so we're probably not ransacking those characters today. They get to live to fight another day. And there we go. I need to have a button to toggle between my game and display capture. Another thing on my list to do. Tried to do it a bit earlier today. But yeah, Stream Deck was just not really playing ball. And plus it was like 15 minutes before the stream. So I'm like, this is not the time to be going through and tweaking things. Just out of curiosity, how much is Frostfang? Frostfang is going to be my next legendary that I'm working on. Okay, so there's that. Let's see how much you are in terms of raw gold. If I craft you. I think, nope, crafting. Frostfang. So if we craft you. Oh, Coach Destiny, you've made the most elegant errors tweaking before stream. I truly hear you with that. That is the time at which I'm like, oh, yes, I want to go through and like just tweak this one little thing. Then bam, everything's like instantly broken. I've like completely balked my encoding settings and it's a sad time all around. Okay, so it's only 1,121 gold if I want to craft it. It's not like too much. If I use my own materials, it goes down to 988. It's not too bad. I can work with that. Perfect, we got 50 seconds. But yeah, it's just been sort of the way, especially when we got started out on Twitch, there was just so many like little settings in OBS that we had to refine like every time before we started going live. And even, yeah, one thing I found, because when I was not affiliated, was aware that anyone watching wouldn't necessarily have the option to like downscale the stream. So me streaming it in like 1080 60 wouldn't necessarily be ideal for those watching on mobile, because then they're stuck watching that, which gobbles up your data like a hungry cookie monster. But yeah, now that we did hit affiliated and we were able to see that people could actually downscale, then we started to basically bump up the stream so we could do it in 1080 60 rather than 720 60. So I had to go through and like test out all those settings as well, which yeah, I was doing earlier today. Seems to be going okay, but if you notice any irregularities, let me know. I think Jess is calling Addie and she's asleep on the lounge next to me. She's literally asleep. Forgot she was there. Trying to get her to eat. She's been very stubborn. She's totally fine, but she's holding out for yummier food lately. She's not pleased about being woken up. She's very unhappy. Probably should have actually cleared some of these. Did not think that through. There's a breacher. We probably need to kill these frogs. Is there anyone over here, actually? Probably should have used Invigorating Precision. Ouch. Just explicitly for this bit. Oh. Time to put this right. I do like Volt Spam. Come on. Dodge. Okay, cool. We got that. Do I dare shortbow my way through? Yes, this works. Just want to make sure that I wasn't going to get like exploded on by any of those mushrooms, because yeah, those will basically one-shot me. And that is no fun. That was a terrible glide attempt. Speed mushroom is the way of the future. It sounds like Addie's eating. I can hear her rummaging through her kibble. Tends to eat mostly at night nowadays. It's super weird. Very weird for a golden retriever. And Octavine is vulnerable. And used Fist Flurry in the wrong order, but that's okay. There's a very real chance that West could one burn at the moment. And probably back off a bit there because South hasn't even started yet. And perfect, that is good. I do really like the Power Daredevil damage rotation. It feels very fluid, and I don't feel as though it's impacted by Australian ping much, which is super nice. You basically just alternate between like auto attacking, weakening charge, dodging, and fist flurry, really. And it has a very nice rhythm to it. It's hard thing to describe without me being like in front of a DPS golem, but it's quite nice. It's one of the simpler ones that I've definitely played. And in terms of like my, I'm going to say like highest score for like damage benchmarks, that one, Power Daredevil was like the closest I got to like the actual like recorded benchmarks for them. Like I think I got like maybe like 2 or 3% off like the benchmark for it. Like this was a while ago when I played Thief a lot. But yeah, I really enjoy Thief because the rotation feels very comfortable, so I got quite good at it. And just feels nice to play. I think it's probably like my biggest criteria for if there's like a class I'm going to main, the main thing is that it actually feels nice for me to play. And that is very much impacted by like Australian ping as well. If there are classes that just feel that little bit like janky because, you know, you're having to negotiate like ping, like it's not like there's some like level of generosity with it. It's not like as soon as you have some ping, everything's scuffed, but some classes feel better than others with high ping. So if a class feels good, I'm more likely to actually main it. There we go, all taken care of. So I think now I might swap back to Condi Spectre. The build template thing is one of, I'm going to say with some caveats, that's one of the better systems implemented in the game. The way they monetized it, not tremendous because it's very expensive. But it's a very nice feature if you have access to it. Because yeah, it makes swapping between builds so much easier. And dodge that. But yeah, I think people did like the calculations like ages ago, and it actually works out to be like more cost effective to literally just buy a new character slot because you get the 2 equipment like slots and 3 trait slots. It was cheaper to just buy a new character versus buying the build templates, which then becomes weird because whenever you like want to get access to more builds, you have to make the decision of, okay, do I go like level a new character and then have the inconvenience of swapping my gear around all the time, or do I pay extra for the convenience side of it, which is not always a great calculation to make. And I used my steel at the wrong time there. So in Shadow Shroud, it's basically 2, 4, and 5. Wait till our initiative refills, spam 3 again. Then if needed, use our stealth skill. Pop into Shadow Shroud and we're a bit low on initiative. And I'm finding the Spectre rotation feels rather nice as well. One quirk of it though is that it doesn't feel particularly hard thing to describe. It's hard to tell where you are at in the rotation because the scepter like animations feel very samey. I find I can always sort of feel where I'm at in terms of like my auto attack chain when I'm on Staff Daredevil, just by the way it feels. Hard thing to describe, but I know the actual animation for like Scepter on Spectre, hard to say, is basically just it hitting over and over again. So it's really hard to tell, like, am I on my first attack, second attack, third attack? So you're not quite sure where you are. So that can make it feel a little bit janky sometimes. You start like interrupting things. It's mostly just something I'll have to get used to, and that's probably the toughest part about learning any new class. And I can hear that in the background that Addie's finished her food because she picks up her food bowl and smacks it on the ground. But yeah, I find it's always the biggest problem, yeah, picking up a new class is just trying to get a feel for the rotation and get that sort of implemented in muscle memory. You've finished! You've finished! Good girl. Can I have that? She's finished. It's a slow feeder bowl because she used to scarf down her food like nothing else, but now she doesn't because the idea behind this was that it would slow her down so she wouldn't choke. But now she just takes her time anyway, so great purchase. Was at the time, stand by it. Just going to put that on the chair that's sitting behind me. I probably should actually move that chair from the shot. Might just do that. Don't get that bowl. I can see what you're doing. Stop it. Good girl. Let's test out that clip to chat button. If it does, it might not. I don't think it did. Oh well. There's another thing for me to go through and reassign. What she knew. So I have that chair behind me because on the bookshelves behind me we have a set of downlights that basically just provide a bit more light behind, so it improves the lighting a little bit, but they are able to be hooked up to Wi-Fi, but after months of having them up there we haven't done it yet. So to turn them on I have to get that bar stool there, hop up on it, and then flick the power point at the top of the bookshelf to turn them on and off. So that's why that chair does tend to sort of just live behind me nowadays, because it's much easier having it there rather than me carrying it backwards and forwards from the kitchen all the time. Sometimes we do subscribe to the why fix a problem when you can just have a bar stool behind you approach to life. One of these days I will get the infusion. I do like to try and do Octavine most days because it is a very good source of spirit shards actually. And if you have been playing a game for a while and you have a couple thousand spirit shards there, you are sitting on a veritable like treasure trove of gold as well, because you can go through and do like material conversion to convert them into gold. Always love the Auric Basin music. So at almost every stream I do Octavine, but the music is amazing. That's good. Looks like the drop frames are sitting fairly steady at the moment. That's good. There was one time when Jess and I were streaming Guild Wars together, and yeah, to basically get a webcam in, I was doing the same sort of trick where I was pulling it into my computer via NDI and OBS, which actually pushes a lot of data through your network. Like even just pulling just her webcam, it started pushing like 130 megabits a second just through our home network. So unlike the previous screen in OBS, looked totally fine. Like it was no issues at all. We're only like streaming Guild Wars at 720p, 60 FPS. Like rookie numbers, nothing to worry about. But as soon as we went live with that, we just like dropped frames all over the place. It was something like dropping 10% of our frames or something. And yeah, that was because normally I like do a stream, then I record like a high quality video of it that I can mess around with and edit later should I so wish. But yeah, I just had to basically go into like emergency mode of like turning off all these additional like recordings and stopping and starting the stream, halving the FPS, and oh, that was bad. And I think it was just because we were pulling in the webcam via NDI. Just the sheer amount of data it was trying to pull was too much for OBS to handle. Admittedly, I probably dealt with it rather inelegantly as well, but hey, what can you do? So we found the better workaround was just to like grab a screen grab of her webcam from Discord. Much nicer. Doesn't look as good. That's easier. And doesn't cause your stream to cark it. Okay. Should be able to do fractals now. Definitely want to stay on DPS. I might just do a quick Google of the Alack one. Because I can do that. Like, it's fine. I can just like swap over all my stuff to Ritualist and change a few things around. And we're probably good. Okay, let's see. Builds. Condi Spectre. Let's pull this over here, then we can all look at what I'm seeing. Okay, Condi Spectre is just Rune of Tormenting, so it's basically what I've got. I'm not going to go through and change my armor stats just for this, because we're talking very minimal gains. Let's see, where's the Alacrity variant? So you need at least 43% boon duration for permanent Alacrity, and then you basically just drop your other skills and get some wells. So we could do that if we wanted. So how do we actually do Alack? Might check out the Snowcrows one, because they should have a bit of a better idea of what to do. Spend a lot of time on Revenant, so I tend to just go straight to the Revenant page. Thief. We want condition Alacrity. It's basically slap Ritualist on everything. Swap our runes over to Renegade. Ideally Ritualist as well, but we won't be able to do it with our Scepter, and I'm not going to for now. Okay, so I think it's basically the standard. I'm doing a few like mental leaps here, but this rotation basically looks like the standard sort of Condi Spectre rotation, but you just use all your wells off cooldown. So yeah, it says use Spider Venom, Well of Gloom, Bounty, Well of Sorrow off cooldown. Fill with auto attacks. Use all your initiative up through Twilight combo. Just dropped a pen on my desk. Sorry all. And yeah, you want to enter and exit Shadow Shroud as soon as you can. Okay. So we could do that. We could just run Alack if we wanted. Okay, that's cool. So let's just pull this build over here. We'll go back to our game. There we go. So let's see if we actually have all of our +9 infusions. What's that site? That one, let me pull that up for you. So this is snowcrows.com. So this is basically where if you wanted like a build specifically for raids, this is generally like my go-to for it. There's a few others out here. I think Snowcrows is generally the more widely used one. So they will have like basically builds and guides for all the different raid encounters for all the different classes. So there's that one that I use. Where did I put my other one? This one. Discretize. Discretize is similar to Snowcrows. discretize with a Z at the end. So discretize.eu. They basically do the same, but for fractals. So yeah, they have like all the main sort of fractal builds that are commonly used there, as well as like, yeah, all the traits and shenanigans you need. Another useful thing they also have is a gear optimizer. It's a little bit, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to go through and use, like you sort of have to just work your way through. But like say if I went like, say Alacrity Spectre here, it sort of goes through and pre-populates with like the general traits that you'd normally want for it. Conscious that these can like change. And they go through and they say these are the sigils you normally use, happy days. They input like some standard buffs and stuff. And basically the end result of all that. Hey Mirror Lotus, thank you very much for the raid. It's great to see you here, everyone. My name is Josh. I am a Guild Wars and Pokemon streamer. Let me quickly just toggle back over to Guild Wars now. But yeah, so I'm just about to go through and do some fractals very shortly on my thief. That's right. How's everyone going today? Double rating? Very nice. Oh, that's right. Hey, Calvin as well. Thank you for the raid. Sorry, I just missed that. That is amazing. Thank you all for coming. And thank you very much for the follow. Elandria, that is an awesome name. Tempest, how are you going, friend? It's great to see you again. But yeah, so everyone, my name is Josh. I'm a Guild Wars streamer. I also stream Pokemon. I do like Dark Souls, Elden Ring as well, so occasionally I'll stream those. Also looking to stream some Kingdom Hearts in the future as well. But I was just going through and talking through the gear optimizer on Discretize, but we can probably table that for another day. So let me go back here. So I'm just getting my Condi Spectre ready for raids. Not raids, fractals. Okay, so I'm just going to insta-buy 3 of these because I just need a few more. Okay, I may actually talk through that actually, now that you have mentioned that. Okay, so let me toggle this. So I do need to get slightly more refined at toggling this. There we go. Tempest suggested that you come hang out, Calvin. Thank you very much, Tempest. It's so good to have you here, Calvin. I hope you enjoy the stream. I was mentioning before a few different sites for just looking at Guild Wars 2 builds. One I do like using, particularly for fractals, is very commonly used. Thank you very much for the following, Mira. Great to have you here. It's very much appreciated. Discretize, basically they have builds for, thank you very much for the follow. They have builds for more or less every class specifically set up for fractals. And a very useful thing they have here, thank you for the follow, you're also generous, it's so good to have you. Turn this into a fantastic night. But basically down here, because they have like sort of, here's your suggested stats for each thing, like they say you want like Viper here, Sinister here, but there's different combinations that you can do depending on like how much agony resistance you have, or whether you want it to be like more damage focus or more survivability focus, or if you want to start pulling in different types of gear. That's what this gear optimizer has. So they have it set up for each class. There's a lot going on here, and I don't want to explain absolutely everything. It's probably better that you have a play if you're curious. But say I'm looking at, say, Alacrity Spectre here. First time chat, Moe, you like that website? You have very good taste. This is an exceptional website. I'm here basically almost daily, particularly when I'm playing a class I'm not familiar with, and I just need to do a quick sanity check to make sure I'm doing like the rotation or have stuff set up for certain encounters correctly. But basically go through, it pre-populates with stats. That's all there. You can go through and pick which runes and sigils you want, because basically what this will do at the end is going to go through and look at every combination of gear that you tell it to and figure out what is the highest damage, or what is the most survivable, or what will do the most healing. So that's what it's actually doing. So it's just doing you a bit of a solid here by pre-populating. You have your buffs, you have some other things as well. You can basically tell it, do you want to include the Infinite Miss Omni Potion? This is set up for fractals, so if you want to use it for anything else, you do have to go through and basically exclude anything fractal related. You can also tell it to like force certain stats in certain slots. So if I had Viper here, Sinister here, and say, I need to like lock those because I want to have them that for whatever reason, all this stuff here can basically be ignored. That's basically just like pulled there automatically for you. But eventually you work your way through and it's going to go through and say, we've got Viper and Ritualist here. We go calculate. And there we go. That's gone through and calculated every like combination of those stats for each gear slot. So it's going through and telling you what stat slot or what stat type to have in each slot. So then it'll basically tell you what's like the highest damage. So that's the gist of it. Okay, now I will jump back to Guild Wars now because I need to slap some Agony Resistance on my Thief. I bought all that. Cancel, cool. Okay, I was originally going to grab these Agony Infusions for one of my other characters because I do have legendary armor and I don't particularly like buying them. But I was also feeling lazy. So that's how we got here. Okay. So I think we'll just see if we can run DPS now because then we don't have to think about it. But we can also run Alacrity. You go away. Oh, Amira, you're grinding for legendary armor yourself. It's very worthwhile. It takes a good amount of time. I have 2 sets. I've got medium and heavy. I got both of mine from doing raids, and I'm slowly working on a 3rd set so I can tick off the light ones as well. The raid one's nice. Yeah, I'm super keen to get all 3 because then I can get like the Envoy, Herald, or whatever the fancy pants title is. But yeah, I've got like 135 insights here, and I need 300 for another set. But I don't raid that much these days, so I sort of just go in and like pug raids whenever I can. Oh, you're 1 thing from Envoy 1? Nice. Oh, congratulations. It's super satisfying getting your first one. And yeah, I believe the first set you only need like 150 legendary insights as well. And yeah, it is, particularly with the legendary armory, it is, I'm going to use the term life-changing very loosely here, but in terms of like quality of life, it's super good. Because then, yeah, you just obviously never need to buy another piece of Ascended armor again. It's amazing. So what was I doing? But yeah, I do have both of those sets, so I just want to work on light. And we also, on the stream on Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. We finished off our 7th legendary rune as well, because we're slightly insane. I did go through and do all the ones on the main set of armor, but we had to have one for the, Aqua Breather there as well. So a terrible use of money. I would not necessarily recommend it, but we did it. Caliber says Guild was too life-changing. Hey there, friend. How are you going? Thank you so much for coming by. It's great to see you. Okay, so I need to put more Agony on there. So there we go. Agony on you. Tenhao, I'm not a Thief main. I'm probably more a Rev main at the moment, but years ago I was a Thief main. Back in my old dungeon running days, I was always the Thief in our guild, so I'd always do the stealth and all that. But yeah, I think for a while I sort of bounced from Thief, then I went to Ranger when raids came out because Druid, I was stuck in Druid jail for quite some time. And yeah, I sort of bounced between all the others, and I've just landed on Rev at the moment, but I do want to go back and touch on Thief again. When Raid sort of first came out, and in sort of the first stages of when we had like Wings 1, 2, and 3 come out, I did basically play every class. But the issue I found is whenever I take a break from a game, because sometimes I'll just take like a couple months off at a time, depending on where I'm at with life, coming back and then having to relearn all 9 classes and with various specs, it's a nightmare. It's rough. But yeah, so I just think I end up focusing on probably like 2 or 3 classes that I tend to just play the most. At the moment, it's probably Rev and Necro. Necro, I find because Condi Scourge just feels so nice and so easy to play. And Rev, because I just like playing Rev. Let's see, just catching up on chat. Caliber says, guess I came with a raid while I was walking my dog. Gonna stay here for a bit, working at the moment. That's all cool. Thank you for sitting in the stream and enjoy your work. Landria says you're working on Envoy 2. You need the fractal parts. Okay, that's right. You're making very good progress with that. Mira says it's probably a good move to reduce the amount of classes you main. Yeah, I would recommend reducing the amount of classes that you main. It is very tiring trying to like learn everything, and then you just spend so much of your time on like the DPS golem, practicing everything. Like there'd be mornings before work where I just sort of sit there just for like an hour while I'm like just eating my breakfast and getting ready for work, just practicing on the DPS golem. I enjoyed it, but it's a lot of work. And yeah, it does make it hard to like come back to the game after a break. Okay, there. So we do have a fair amount of legendary at the moment. So the only legendary we don't have on our thief at the moment is Spectre. Caliber says you had a much harder time playing priority like Scourge than a rotation like Harbinger or even Catalyst. Okay, I think that's fair. I think in my experience, it takes a little bit longer to learn the priority classes than it does the general rotation. Because yeah, you're not following like a rotation. You do have to sort of understand which skills come before each one in order, like in terms of the priority. But yeah, I think trying to formulate a thought here. Quite tired, so it's going to take me a hot minute. I find once you understand the priority, it becomes very easy to like pick it up again afterwards because you're not going off just like the sheer muscle memory of learning the rotation. Because if you don't play it for a while, you forget the muscle memory. But if you understand the rotation, I find it quite easy to come back to it. I found that with there's some classes that had like a very sort of tight rotation that you had to like squeeze in. Whereas, and they always took me like quite a while to relearn. But whenever I had something that was priority, like Scourge, where yeah, you just have an order of skills and you use them off cooldown in a certain priority, that took me far less time. Let's see. Caliber says, never went to practice new shards and Scourge and ran out of them. Oh, I never went to place new shards. Yeah. Scourge, I think it can be fairly sort of forgiving. I think mostly, I think you generally just want to like maintain like 3 up all at the same time. Like there's some level of optimization there, but I think you can like you can refine a bit. But if you just want to sort of brute force it and get like most of the way there, just keep 3 up like at once and just use them off cooldown, then you're probably fairly good. Hi, Perfect D. Yeah, thank you. It's been a very nice double raid. Thank you so much, those who raided. It's great to have you here. Mira and Calvin, super appreciate having you here. Debra says, have a good stream. I'll be back. Just get ready myself. FYI, I have raids blocked. I just don't like being raided, just in case you try and raid me. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Tempest. No worries, because yeah, there will probably be some times where I would have tried to raid you, but I'll definitely keep that in mind. You have a good night, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, now I wish there was a way to more quickly apply these. So we're just sort of brute forcing +9. There is a more efficient way we can do this with like +7s. I think we're going to be too short. That's all right. Yeah, I think we are going to be too short. Like we're at 150. Yeah, let's just rock that because we're sitting at 150 at the moment. Do we do that? I'm thinking. No, we don't do that. We go more because we get more stats. Dropping gold, and we're doing the bad thing of insta-buying. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to sit on DPS Thief for now. Right, so let's see. If anyone in chat wants to play Fractals, let me know. If not, we might be going on a pug venture. To see if there's anything else I can offload for the moment, because I just dropped some gold that I'm going to need to recoup. Am I counting the potion? Do you mean the Anguished Tear of Alba? The one that gives you like plus extra agony? In that case, I'm not counting that. I'm not like I'm not really like trying to focus for like getting 150 AR exactly. I tend to just not use it because I just get like the amount of agony I need because I forget it. Calvin says, I'm terrible at fractals. You'll be much better off without me. Oh, don't sell yourself short. I'm sure you'd be okay. What's they doing? Okay. I think you can actually make a little bit of gold by crafting this +9 here. I think it works out to be like a little bit of profit. There we go. And just as I say that, I could like save myself buying 2+9 agony infusions, but yeah, I just insta-bought them. That's why it takes time. It pays to take time to think. And it's also another reason I don't like having that much agony resistance across all the characters. I was saying earlier, I did used to have basically all my characters geared out in like +9s, but it's very expensive. And like 9 characters, it's about 540 gold or so. It sucks to maintain that. Okay, so let's see what is up with fractals. Don't really feel like doing CMs tonight. Looking for Healbrand, T4 daily, looking for Healbrand, Alack. Mira says, Calvin and I were just doing them, T4s. I realized that I only like 4 of the 5 of the fractals, if that. That's probably fair. There's some of them that I'm not a fan of doing. Like, I don't really enjoy doing Siren's Reef. I don't like the Dwarven Temple one. It just takes so long. I do like the rewards. Fractals are very rewarding. We could do this one, the one where they're asking for Healbrand and Alack, and we can claim the Alack role. Could be fun. Swampland was yeah, I don't mind Swampland. Swampland's very good if you have like high DPS, because then you can just like one burn the whatever the boss is. I can't remember what it's called. And then once you know the routes for the actual like wisps, it's not too bad. No, we're going to do it. We're going to be Alack. That's what we're doing. So we're going to have to like respec all our gear. Oh, Mr. Soulbound, thank you so much for the raid. It's so good to have you here. Hi, my name is Josh. I'm just going to go through and introduce myself again. It's a big night for raids. I stream Guild Wars, Pokemon, and I do like some Dark Souls and Elden Ring as well. We're just about to do some fractals, and I need to very quickly go through and respec this for what is it? I'm thinking Alacrity. So okay, let's let our friend know that we're doing Alack. We're on the clock now. Yeah, bam, we're on Alack. Yep, that's what we're doing. If not, then we'll swap back. Okay. Ritualist. There we go. Miss Soulsman is going very well, actually. You are our 3rd raid of the night, so thank you so much for raiding. It is massively appreciated. But yeah, we have just been bouncing around on Thief, because I was a Thief main once upon a time. Oh, this person's saying I'm Alack. Okay. Cool, I'll DPS. Not DPD. DPS. That's fine. It means I don't have to change my gear, which that's good. Customize. Just give me a hot minute to... There we go. It's actually less work for me to do that, so that's good. Yeah, it's going very well. We're just relearning Thief. So I did a quick Chat Gerant earlier, and basically bounced between doing like Deadeye, Daredevil, and Spectre. That was good fun. Veronica, thank you so much for the follow. It's great to have you here. I hope you enjoy the stream. And yeah, let's go hop in now. So they're looking for a Healbrand. I can Healbrand. I'm not going to say that now because I want to play Thief tonight. That's going to be my point of contention. I'm sticking on Thief. If things get sketchy, I can go through and swap in like Trailblazer armor as well. Do you need Condi Alack or Heal Alack? Elandria, am I on NA? Yes, I am on NA. I think that's where most of the Australian Guild Wars players tend to sit. I do have another account on EU, but I basically just use it for login rewards. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why we do tend to like just gravitate over to NA. I'm going to hazard a guess and say like language, and just so we don't have to like, yeah, it might just be easier to like communicate with people that way. I think the ping going between like EU and NA is around about the same. Like I never noticed any significant difference. Okay, Mirror Load, you're saying it's the ping? Okay. Yeah, I haven't noticed a huge difference on my end. I will have to go through and just go on my EU account at some point and just see what it is. But Australia, we tend to sit in like the low 200s anyway. Like I'm at 244 at the moment. That average 300 ping is scaring me slightly. It's a good thing we have a simple rotation. I kind of want to swap out 1,000 needles. I don't like using 1,000 needles. I'm not going to lie. So where is the build? I am not an expert, but I'm just going to do a quick look at discretize here and just see if there are any other like skills they suggest. 300 ping the mini CM, Calvin. Yep, that is very true. Amira, you're in New Zealand. NA, you get 230, 260. EU, you get 330, 360. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's a big enough difference to warrant you staying on NA then. That is truly fair. Do you need Condi quickness? Yes, we could probably use some Condi quickness, I think. Do you have an in-game name? I assume you do. NZ is a lot closer to NA though than EU. Yeah, that's very true. Mira, you have an EU account too. That's to play with the folks on EU. That's very fair. Let's see, inviting Condi quickness. Inviting quickness. Invite. Let's see if I can copy you. Yes, I can. Look at that. I have learnt copy and paste. And we've got a lack. Cool. Are you going to lurk and wind down for a bit? No, that is all good. I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. And enjoy the rest of your night too. Thank you so much for the raid. You are an absolute legend. Cool, and welcome, Elandria. Please forgive any kerfuffles, because I am just relearning Thief at the moment, and in case I do decide to swap over to Trailblazer, if I want to just give myself an easy time, just let's keep it a secret. Let's keep it between us. Perfect D, you're saying the servers are on the West Coast? I assume that's like the West Coast of America, and yeah, that sounds about right. I think there's like one point where they changed their server location and it like shunted the ping a little bit. This would have been like a good couple years ago. I could be completely wrong. One thing I really do like about playing Condi is you can actually, yeah, just slap on Trailblazer if you feel like it. Which is very nice. And it's like a relatively minimal DPS loss, and I got to pop some. There we go. I think it's this food and this food. Yeah, you can just slap on Trailblazer, and it's like a minimal DPS loss, but an uber survivability gain. So if you're ever having a bad time in content where you're not worried about toughness, feel free to slap on some Trailblazer. Like, you'll get a slight loss. A stat combo of Trailblazer, that is, if I'm very cheeky, Trailblazer is toughness, vitality, condition damage, and expertise. So yeah, you still get your condition damage and expertise, the main things you need for damage on a Condi class, but you lose the power and precision, which is usually not that much of your damage as a Condi class, and it replaces it with toughness and vitality. Oh, sweet. We have Swampland. Okay. That's right. Fortunately, I know the pass. Whether or not I do well in this, that's an entirely different matter. I do like getting this far one, actually. We're going this way. Yep, skidoos. Oh no, we got Frailty. I hate playing with Frailty. Oh, ouch. I'm ready, spaghetti. Waiting on one more person. Okay. Let's see. Are people ready? That's right, we're almost there. There's no rush. Yeah, trying to get that one near the champion Drake can be a little bit scuffed, not gonna lie. I actually find this far one to be reasonably easy. Okay. Landra, I am going to say go, because I know how hard it is to grab that one and actually type. Very well done. And zoom in to avoid the traps. That Frailty sucks. First person mode. And jump as well, because you can sometimes jump over all the traps. Beautiful, happy days. I might swap on for Bassy Venom. Teeny tiny. Okay. Oh, and I didn't swap off 1,000 arrows, so I'm going to be sad. And there we go. And now we just spam our skill 3. And it looks like we have no pain, no gain as well. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, that's good. I thought we did because of the boons that the boss had, but I could have just been mistaken. Do I intentionally have no game audio? I don't intentionally have no game audio. That's a very good point. Why is that scuffed? Properties. Bum, bum, bum. I tell you what, I will fix that after this because that should be working. But no, that is not intentional. That is an OBS glitch. Okay, now we can break this. Oh, there we go. Now, can we burn it down? I think we should be able to. Ouch. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I could try and fix everything during this fractal, but you'll be seeing like a corpse lying on the ground very quickly. Okay, looks like we're running 1,000 needles. So come on, mobs, into my trap. There we go. Oh, I dislike it. It's the worst part of the rotation is trying to place down 1,000 needles. Oop. I miss short bow. Because I could just like bounce between everything and I'd be having a whale of a time. Although, I do have Shadow Shroud, so what am I talking about? I do not claim to be an expert at Condi Spectre. Oh, that's looking rough. And one more. We should be able to burst down the boss. I'll just pop that so I can actually replace this. And I have to remember I'm not on Daredevil, so my dodges don't do shit. Okay, if we can burst him down maybe here? If not, that's fine. Ouch. Okay, we'll try and get him here. If not, we can focus on the Oakheart for a bit. Back away. Oop. Dodge. Ouch. Out of dodges. That's gonna hurt. Can we burst it down? Nah, not yet. That's basically the motto of this boss is can we burst it down when it's not chilling in the actual green. This looks perfect, actually. Ouch. Perfect. Let's see. To fix that, I could probably start bringing in my headphones audio if I need to, if it's like completely scuffed. And let's see. I have to really try and figure out what sort of AoE damage that we have and just where that sits so I know what to use. It's one thing I do really like about Daredevil is just the sheer amount of AoE cleave you get. Just makes it very nice for areas like this, as well as open world as well. Anything that's like highly focused on single target, it can feel a bit weird in open world or just feel a bit scuffed. A few more to kill. What's that? I'm bleeding, need more endurance, urge to kill rising. You rarely see one of those. That is some traditional Guild Wars 2 content right there. Just fill in the commentary gaps. Thank you, very much appreciated. Come on, Balloon Hunger. That's the name. Okay. Ouch. Okay, yeah, we should be able to burst him down there. What is this weakness? Thank you, thank you. And dodge. Happy days. Okay, where are we going? I'm going to this one by the looks. Sweet. Okay, hopefully we can grab that one in the top left, or else this next bit is really going to hurt. Go team, go. I believe implicitly. 3, 2, 1, and we did it. Come on. Ouch. Burn all our initiative. Go into... Why don't I hop straight out of Shroud? That teaches me for holding shift. There we go. Okay, now we fix OBS audio issues. Capture window. Yes. Properties. Okay, so let's remove Guild Wars. Now let's... It doesn't even think Guild Wars exists in there. That's a problem. Oh well. We're going to brute force this now. Audio output capture? There we go. Now you get to be my headphones. Audio output capture, just bring that down. Can everyone hear audio now? What weapons are you using? I'm using Scepter Dagger, Derwin. I'm trying to relearn, or not relearn, I'm trying to learn Condi Spectre tonight. So hopefully that should be good. Perfect, there we go. Just brute force it by adding in my headphones. And I may also, advanced audio properties, turn off my alerts. The reason I don't bring in my headphones is because sometimes my alerts can double play through, because I do like to monitor the alerts through OBS just so I can hear them when they come, to make sure my attention gets drawn where it's needed.
Hey,
so
look,
yeah,
I
just made sure to turn that off, so hopefully it doesn't matter.
Come on, let's go.
So feel free to start spamming the things that trigger alerts to test it out, and we can see whether my technical expertise holds out.
Welcome to Deepstone.
If it doesn't, I apologise.
Lost treasure vault of the Deldemort.
We got frailty again. I do like the increased movement speed though.
Oh, great. The cavalry's here. I've got my eye on you. Don't you forget it.
Ouch.
Want to earn your keep? Hit those runes on the other side.
Really should have popped on short bow for this.
Not bad. Come on, let's keep moving.
Okay. Now I'm swapping this for...
Oh, no.
Let's go this other skill. This well that does Condis. Together, no pain, no gain. That hurt. I gotta love just porting straight onto the AoE. Okay, should be golden there. Sweet. Calder saying sword, pistol. Oh, that's for Mesmer. Okay, yeah, I just missed that part of the conversation. Calder says you're playing Mesmer through the whole story. Space Member doing no cleave really hard. I don't know if Elite Spec's going to fix that. Yeah, if you go through, Mesmer in particular was a shocking one for lack of cleave. Yeah, Sword's not like a bad one for just like going through the story. As well as like throwing on the damage mantra, I think that helped a fair amount. In terms of like just getting some AoE.
Isn't even in the guild anymore.
Greatsword, yeah, Greatsword will definitely help that as well.
This job is, wait. I can feel the crystal's energy coming from across that bridge. If I stand on this...
Good, we can actually
Right.
continuously apply
Step on those
our
other runes.
venoms with
That should
the
deactivate the traps.
singularity, so definitely got to keep that in mind. Sweet. Oh wait, no, we've got ports.
Okay.
Ouch, there we go. Oh, this looks like it might have been scuffed.
What was that?
Okay, no, we got it. We good. Just ignore me falling off the edge. That didn't happen.
Great, more
That's not on
spiders.
stream for eternity.
Clear them out,
Okay,
and
let's
let's go
just
get that crystal energy.
Clear everything, and then we can all revive. There we go. We should be good now. Hopefully. I'll just GG. Just to be safe. Okay, I've only played hot on Reaper before, so it's probably going to be a hard challenge. Reaper is great for soloing. I love playing Reaper.
All shiny.
The sheer amount you cleave on that feels amazing. Okay, so where's the brood brother? Still spare by 3. There's the other one. 2, 5, and 4. Auto attack 2, 5, and 4. Spam all our 3s. I'm going to pop out quickly because I saw my venoms come off cooldown. I don't know why I started spamming 3 there, that makes no sense. F1 and 4 is basically all you need in open world as Reaper. That is very true. You do have to get used to the actual activation delays and some of
Giant talking spiders.
the wells, I find.
Just let's get this thing to the crystal.
They're going from Reaper to Mesmer, you feel like you have no cleave? Absolutely. It sucks going from a class that has like cleave in open world to one that
Did you
doesn't.
just...
That's one of the big differentiators from what's like fun to play.
This must be how the doors fall their shadow.
Fascinating. Really. Come on, let's go see that.
I'm not sure we pop our special skill there. So sometimes we'll do an okay DPS. It depends on what our movements are works. Any boons? I think I know I have boons still floating around. It might be handy to pop on for no game. Actually. Pop this.
Maybe let them
That's
feel
the
good.
theft.
Shadow monsters.
Yes, let's pop
Time
on
to
down
do
to
some
the
real
theft. So at least we can steal some boons then to help out making the game.
There we go. Nice
Door
work.
is open.
You know,
I really
with
like
the
having Well of
monsters.
Sorrow on. Something else we can have. Your next attacks immobilize. That one might not be too bad because we do have stuff in Deadly Art, so we can immobilize a foe to poison them.
Looks
But we
like
can
another
just
dwarven
run
trap.
full venoms here.
Go and step on that other rune.
But even though it's not applying any damaging conditions to our trait, it actually
That's just a
is.
hole in
And
the
I
ground.
actually want to show
Dwarven traps
self
are supposed to be
stats.
clever.
Stop
Self skills.
whining. Look, that did something.
Let's try that.
Why
Yes.
don't you go take a look at that orb? We'll wait.
So I want to see where most of the damage is coming from. Everyone gets some venoms now.
Don't look so nervous. Treasure
We're
vault's
over here.
gotta be right up ahead.
Honestly, the treasure is the last thing I'm worried about right now.
Devin says if you play Mesmer and take Mirage
already
Elite in
told
Open
you
World,
you're free to
yeah, and they'll
leave
bring a lot of
whenever.
cleave. Very
So,
true. Oh,
Let's keep it
no one saw that. It's a very good point about
Because
Mirage, so
12
that one
years
does feel
ago,
very nice to play in Open
Someone
World.
in the Thieves Guild
Chrono
was
as
the
well
kid
is
on
pretty
the
good with the
street.
wells.
She needed a place to stay. I owe you, Torin. I owe you everything I've got. You got
Where
me
we
into the
going?
guild.
Maybe here?
You don't owe me a damn
That doesn't look
thing.
like it's going anywhere useful quick.
Everything you've got, you earned yourself.
You'll regret that one
Got you
for
started.
days.
Ouch.
It isn't all a bad idea. I'll never forgive myself for something.
The vault's just ahead.
just missed it.
And with our friends,
It feels very bad when you pop your special action skill here just after someone else has. If you ever want to feel completely ineffectual, do that. Okay, no, looks like it's going to be a little bit forward to do that weird little trick. We just have to wait till Path of Fire for cleave. Oh, nice, I love that we can do this trick. If you go through and unlock like Mirage first, if you're able to, like you don't necessarily have to unlock
So,
like Chronomancer and then get
Never
to
asked.
Mirage. You can do Mirage first.
why'd you hire the muscle?
It's still a
You've
fair
never
bit of
needed
like
it
XP you
before.
need, but
to keep you from
at
doing
least the
something
Heart of
stupid,
Thorns and Path of
because I
Fire,
know you.
as well as End of Dragon's hero points,
Well,
will give you like
we
10
wouldn't be
skill
here
points
without
per,
them.
so it won't be too long.
Guess you earned your keep after all.
Keep an eye out for any hero point trains
It's an
in the
ambush.
Path
Look
of
out.
Fire and Heart of Thorns maps as well. First time chatter from Teshbar. Expected DPS fun? Yeah, it's very fun actually.
Replenishing.
Same for I was a thief main for many years, and I am trying to go through and relearn all the new specs. Spent a lot of time playing Daredevil back in the day, and didn't really get into Deadeye. Deadeye didn't really click with me. I like it in open world when you just like farming things, because there's a fun little like luminous dust farm you can do in the Iron Marches, which actually isn't that bad gold per hour. Actually, if you're just looking for something
I
to
can
get
outrun a
minus to do.
centaur.
But yeah, you basically just like wander around just bursting everything down with like quickness from range. It's kind of fun. But in terms of using it for like high-end content, it's never really the lack of mobility you get when crouching. It's just never felt quite right to me.
Torin, that voice.
So it's quite interesting to see that
See you
what 40% of our
drawing
damage is coming
closer.
from poison and
It
40%
knows
is
we're
coming
coming.
from torment.
Yeah, after the treasure
That's 80% of our
vault. There it
damage
is.
is coming from two
Torin,
conditions.
wait! You don't have the light!
So it's another good point for just like running Trailblazer. I'll Coach Destiny, use that to get the Luminous Dust required for Aurora. That's a very good place to do it, because yeah, very quickly you can farm up like a full stack of that. It's not bad.
I see what it sees. Now we will leave.
I think it's probably about an hour or so of it, and yeah, I got like a full stack, which isn't bad. DPS is going okay. It is respectable. We are earning our gruel as DPS. Yeah, full stack in a couple hours, just casually wandering. It's very good. I do like the ones where you can just very casually do it and don't have to pay attention. Like, you know, things like Drizzlewood are perfectly good for like farming, but yeah, you still have to pay like somewhat attention.
Purge your spirit from its mortal frame.
Whereas yeah, if you can just wander around by yourself, that's quite nice. It's nice for a change of pace. Couple enemies. Yeah. You were testing a Scourge. It was a great spot. That's a very good one to test it on. Yeah, I really enjoyed using Powered Deadeye for that. I can go quickly to show that after Crackles actually. Well, thank you so much for the work, Coach Destiny. I hope you enjoy. If I don't catch you, enjoy the rest of your night.
You have to fight it! Don't let it take you!
And I believe you may be streaming later, so keep an eye out for you. I'm gonna keep remembering to use my special action skill. Like, good on you, like Alacrity. Oh, was it the Mechanist? That mech is putting in work just floating in midair. Get some barrier. There we go. Oop. Brendo, we're coming. Gotcha, Landria. Make sure I actually activate my Venom. That's the entire point of my existence. So we're not doing a great job at showing off the DPS rotation, but at some point we have to get away from the golem and actually practice things in real combat and turn off my bedtime alarm. We're going to ignore that. Look forward to getting terrible and sleep again tonight.
They'll have to hit much harder.
In the darkness
Very
will
good.
claim you.
Yeah, I don't find Fractal particularly hard, it just takes a long time. Swampland I don't mind, because yeah, it's not like too long. I really actually do like 100 CM actually, it's a very engaging fight, particularly once you get into the second phase of the fight, I really quite like that. I find the first phase to be much harder than the second phase. Particularly the water phase, the sheer amount of damage you have to out-heal there is rough. Actually noticing that our torment's doing more damage than poison here does because it's actually getting the DPS well. It's probably because we swapped out.
I feel good.
I can still save you.
We swapped out, what was it?
Just one more
1,000 needles
confirmation of how
for
great I am.
Devourer Venom there, so
There's
we're applying a
only
lot more
one way to
poison now.
save me now.
Light of
However, you're
Deldrimor.
glad with Shroud and the rework
But I don't have
activated,
it.
you can actually, you
You.
now actually have a rotation on Thief.
You have to do it.
Well, that's very good. I didn't actually
Please.
practice Thief that much.
Be
I think I
quick.
logged onto it like once during the beta, so I wasn't really aware of like what it was beforehand, but I'm glad they improved it. The biggest improvement I found was actually Vindicator. Vindicator's not like amazing to play, but before when you'd like, because you have your new legend that has your 2 lots of skills, when you like use your offensive ones, it would then swap over to your heal ones, and you just like constantly toggle between them. So it was really annoying because when you want to do damage, you don't want to swap over to your heal skill or have that forced upon you. So it felt super weird to play, and a lot of the rotation revolved around just not using specific skills, like explicitly just like don't use it. Whereas yeah, once they changed it so you could physically like toggle between, okay, I want to do damage or I want to heal now, it felt much better. Oh, Solid Ocean, I love Solid Ocean, the chillest of the fractals. One thing I really miss from Necro and Rev is having a higher, oh, I thought I pressed that, is having a higher HP pool than Thief. Look, I've got the plus 10 Jade Core in, and I'm still only like just on, what do you call it? Yeah, just below like 14k HP, which hurts. And now all the fun ones today, these aren't too bad. Like, I'm enjoying fractals today. They've been like fairly smooth overall. This isn't a scuffed fractal run like a couple streams ago when I did like 100 CM and we spent like an hour on that. That one was less fun. But no, I've been enjoying myself tonight. And I hope you have been having a great night as well. Oh no, I got chill. Oh no. I need to get more build templates for this one, so I can just have like a stealth setup. That's what I basically overrode with Condi Spectre. I had like a stealth gathering one with like dagger pistol, all the stealth skills. Great fun. It would be super fun for just running through this area. Dodge, dodge. Cool. Let's wait till everyone gets here. Hopefully my thingamabobs don't run out. I'm not too fussed if they do. I don't think I have any AR on my other one, so I'm just going to have to sit and chill on Condi Spectre for a bit, and I don't want to go through and actually select all my infusions again. We'll do that off stream. All the build template logistics does not make for great streaming content. There's a limit to how much I can ramble during it. To actually understand like the supportive side of Spectre, because at the moment I'm just doing DPS. Derwin, I just saw your highlighted message. Yes, I am using Tormenting Runes actually. Fortunately, we have 4 legendary runes, so we can use whatever we damn well please. Yeah, one fun thing I did after getting all my legendary runes was going on to every class that had tormenting runes, extracting them all and selling them. That was good.
I could outrun
Good
a
times.
centaur.
Like, I think I actually somehow made back, it's probably close to, I don't know the exact number, but we're talking in the hundreds of gold that I actually made back after I did my full set of legendary runes, just by like getting back those Tormenting runes. Yeah, it was very nice gold. Very nice. I really like that they actually brought the Jade Morboss into open world, End of Dragons, in the Jade Sea map, where like after the after the final boss, you like go through like a mini version of it. It's very fun.
Not enough endurance.
Even after all these years, I still enjoy doing. It's very relaxing, very chill. One thing that is annoying is after you kill them and they go invulnerable, they can still attack you. So you think, oh cool, I killed them, I didn't need to dodge. Still do. Caught out by that many a time. And you feel that having legendary runes and sigils is better than legendary gear and weapons. I think there's a fair argument to be made by that. It is super nice having legendary runes. I need to work on legendary sigils. I probably personally rate legendary armor higher than legendary weapons, I think, because you can just generally get more use out of them, because it's more like gear covered in general for like a similar cost. I think I would still put, I don't know where I'd put legendary runes and sigils compared to legendary armor, actually. It's a very good argument for that might be better, I think. It's going to need some thought.
They'll have to hit much
Oh,
harder.
gotta make sure I don't actually
Thanks,
hit
Chef.
that, because my 3 skill is a projectile, so I will just get that bounce back at me and instantly yeet it.
Replenishing.
And there we go, I did it just there. See, we'll just keep going. See, I'm just getting like 16 poison stacks on myself. This is bad. Let's not do that. That's a good little science experiment there. So you have to actually CC them first.
Replenishing.
Grab that. One annoying thing is, yeah, that you have to CC all of these mobs before you can actually hit them with projectiles. I can't do much of anything. I need to get CC. So everything's a projectile. Trinkets, armor, and runes are much better use than gold. Much better use per gold than weapons. Yeah, I think so. Legendary trinkets. I think legendary trinkets are the best, because they can be instantly, you get 6 of them, they can be used across every character. There's no ifs, buts, or coconuts. I think those are the top. I'll probably see myself on these, but that's fine. We know what we're signing up for. All that. Yeah, trinkets are absolutely yes. Yeah, I fully agree with you there. Did I dodge that? I think I did. Ah. One hit away from dying. That wasn't targeted towards me. Okay, that one definitely is. Come here. Oh, hello, Fractal Indicator. Has he seen you?
Replenishing.
Cool, we managed to evade that. Sometimes you can hear the audio cue, sometimes it will cancel out, so I'm quite fortunate to be able to dodge that one. Let's just go get our friend over here up. Yeah, and I quite like getting all the legendary like trinkets as well, because it forces you to go across like all these different maps. You're doing so many different like sections of PvE, world versus world, and like PvP as well, and it feels very satisfying when you get them all. It feels like a genuine accomplishment. And of course you can't buy them for gold as well, so it's very much a you have to do it as well. So it's not like, you know, legendary weapons where you can, if you need it, you can just like, you know, pull open the credit card and just get them all.
Time to do some real damage.
Means. Okay, we're getting close to finishing this one. There we go. Everyone grab a crystal and hope for the best. I wonder if they fix the glitch where sometimes you actually get hit through this last one, even if you're holding the crystal. out. Everyone made it through
Is
that
it just
one.
me, or am I amazing?
Well, thanks very much, Elandria, for coming on for that one. It was great to have you for this one. Let's see what we got. Let us know if you got anything good from that. It's always nice to see some ascended chest drops for people. Actually, let's be a bit more efficient about this. Pro tip, type in consumables and you can see everything in inventory that can be consumed. Nice, that's a pretty good ring. Celestial rings are quite handy actually. Particularly for open world builds, just running like Celestial is not a bad shout, and it's very good for like testing out other builds as well. It's one of the nice things I think they did, or it's a very good thing they did about the level 80 boost, where they made it so you'd actually get like Celestial stats instead of some of soldiers. I think that some of them got soldiers and it was trash tier. Oh, nothing feels worse than playing with soldiers gear because you just do no damage. Like, it's just trash. It just takes ages. Not as bad as nomads, but at least nomads are obscenely tanky. Soldiers, nah, it's no good. Sad times. They replaced it with Celestial, and when Celestial got concentration and expertise added to it, oh, it's a very nice stat combo. Even for a while I was running a while back was running a Lack Revenant, particularly a Celestial one, only really for like Fractal 100, but that was very fun to play.
Mine. All mine.
That's good because we can just like click all our consumables and see what we get. I'm just going to like yeet Viper's weapon books because it takes me longer to activate them than I like to spend thinking about them. So when you first started playing this game, you 80 boosted a Mesmer and you got Soldier's gear. Yeah, I can imagine that would just be the saddest thing ever. It would have just felt awful.
Mine. All mine.
Do I have a level 80 boost? No, I don't actually. That's okay. I don't particularly want to use one at the moment. I think I used it on like another Mesmer when I like didn't want to use like build templates. I just like got another Mesmer, then used that for yeah, just like running a Condi Mirage.
Oh, shiny.
Soldier's Mesmer sounds like fun. Well, if you like pushing a boulder up a hill then having to roll straight back down on you. Yeah, if you like that kind of fun, I'm sure it's good. Okay. So see if we can order some more fractal encryptions. You died so much in the level 1 to 15 zones. Oh, sad times. F for respect. Abby's just sleeping on the couch next to me, and yeah, whenever she dreams, like her legs will twitch. And she was just doing that just then. It's the cutest thing. Okay, so we need to grab 30 more fractal keys. Generally, it is a good rule of thumb to buy all the fractal keys you can, up to 30 each day. I think it's basically guaranteed profit each time. So, and luckily you found on Reddit that Berserk was better. It is night and day as soon as you find out, you know, about running Berserker's gear. I remember around sort of launch, I think I was running like Knight's gear. Oh, no. I was running Cleric's gear on a Guardian just in open world. And that's just sort of what I wandered around with. Like, we're talking like sometime around launch, like 2012, whenever the game released. Then yeah, as soon as I swapped over to Berserker's gear, it's like just the world of possibilities was open to me. Nice, we sold off some infusions. So we have 42 keys, so I need to buy another 20. I will place buy orders for these because I am going to be responsible. We've got all this gold and we're going to be responsible with it. Another super useful site which I'll try and pull up. Fast farming. Okay, display capture. You're still on at the moment. You need to toggle between this a little bit better. Okay, fast farming is a super useful site because one of the quirks of the game, it does take a while to load, forgive it that. One of the quirks of the game, which I'm sure a lot of like long-time Guild Wars players will know, yep, Calvin, fast farming is a great site. The game showers you with a lot of currencies. Like, you don't get a huge amount of gold in the game. Just hurry up and load site. You don't get a huge amount of gold, you get tons of currencies. What this will go through and do is basically every like currency or like useful material in the game, it will go through and tell you like what the most profitable thing to do with it is. It's super useful. Okay. So keys. I am looking for a fractal encryption key. There we go. Okay, so what this is saying, if we, for every free dropped key here, it's estimating about a 48 silver profit there. If you buy a deeply discounted key, then yeah, it is a 27 or 28 silver profit, assuming you already got the fractal encryption. This one here, if you buy fractal encryptions from the trading post, and you use your free dropped keys, it's like 26 silver. This one here, this is what I'm relying on at the moment, which is why I was buying some fractal encryptions off the trading post. If you buy one off the trading post with a buy order, and you get a deeply discounted key, it's still 6 silver profit. So yeah, buying up all the keys, as well as like buying as many fractal encryptions as you need, will on average net you profit. Sure, most regular Guild Wars players know that, but I find that useful. Okay, so we should have all that now. The fractal encryptions also come in super quickly. Haven't all come in yet. Okay, let's use all those.
Mine. All
We
mine.
have 24 now, so we actually probably need to buy another 2. 2 place order. There we go, that should be our previous order just chilling there. Cool, we can drop everything. Might just dump our unidentified gear in the bank actually, because my Revenant has 320 bag slots, and that makes it super nice for opening all that gear. Because it sucks opening stacks of gear when you don't have that many bag slots, because then it's just a logistical exercise of like managing inventory always filling up. It sucks. 32 slot bags are expensive, but I do recommend them. Like, as if you're looking for like a nice quality of life upgrade, having 320 bag slots is super nice. Use up all those.
Oh, shiny.
Cool beans. And that should be able to salvage all that now. Not sure exactly what is more profitable. Using the rune crafters or the copper fed on various things, but I'm just going by force of habit now. Salvage you.
This is the only proper
So
course.
all that. Where are we at in terms of gold? We're at 513. If we yeet everything, that's 529. So we made about 16 gold head math there. Oh, that has cleaned that out.
Always a pleasure.
And we do have a few ascended salvage tools. They're worth a little bit actually. If we do get some ascended rings drops, we didn't actually get any today, which is a bit rough. I think using gems to buy new bag slot plus 20 slot bags is less gold per slot than 32 slot bags. Yeah, I think you're definitely right. Yeah, it's much better value just to go with like 20 slot bags. This is talking about a pure like luxury, like splurge, give yourself like uber quality of life. It's just getting like the 320 slot. It's not the most efficient way to get bag slots, but it's very nice to have, and it looks cool to have as well. You're getting a bit more towards like the flex stage of spending gold in Guild Wars, but as someone who's had it on like one character, as soon as I go back to my other ones here, I'm like, oh, doesn't feel as good to hop on them. Don't get that sense of satisfaction. A nice black line salvage kit, and we can just ditch the track Garrett piece. Celebration. I might just pop that actually. But yeah, if I quickly jump on my rev. Bam, 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 bam. There you are. But if you don't have all, or 10 hours saying, if you don't have all the bag slots unlocked on a new character, it's better to buy gems with gold than use the gold to craft 32 slot bags. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I agree with that, if I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's better to go for the bag. I think you're saying, yeah, get the bag slots first before you start going 32 slot bags, and then use like the 20 slot bags to fill up those slots. definitely, if that's what you're saying, I definitely agree. That's a much better way to start. And yeah, I'd probably only get the 32 slots on like one character, and that's not like a required / recommended like upgrade. It's definitely a splurge. But here we go, 320 slots, all my various food and consumables there. Just all that space. It's nice. It's very nice to have. Then we can just dump all of our items here. And then just watch it all fill up. And the biggest benefit of this is actually just, I find the biggest benefit is just dealing with the unidentified gear. That's like the biggest benefit, I think. But yeah, you also do need the bag slots, so yeah, you're talking like huge amounts of gold. I'm not going to say that it is cheap. I 110% will not say that. So if we go, if I just do a quick check on Guild Wars 2 efficiency, that is reinforced boreal trunk. And I would only really recommend getting these if you're like very far into like your, think of it like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is like super like high up there. Like you've got like your food and shelter at the bottom, you've got your self-actualization at the top. We're approaching the very top here. But you first unlock all bag slots filled with 20 slotters, and after that you need more slots, 24, all 28 and all 32. Yeah, that's a very efficient way to go about doing that. Okay, so it's saying it's about 200 gold per, or 210 gold per 32 slot bag. It is terribly inefficient in terms of gold. Doing the 20 slot, I think is better. 18 slot, maybe a bit better? Let me check. 18 slot. Let's go silk bag, just so we can like do like for like. So that's 2 gold per 18. Where's my calculator? There we go, calculator out. We're doing math. This is the math lesson now. Sorry, y'all. Just gonna have to indulge me here. That's 2 gold divided by 18. So that's just sort of broken me in terms of mass. It's like that. 10 silver per bag slot. Yeah, it's like 11 silver per bag slot, I think. Assuming my math is correct. I'm just doing head math. Yeah, no, that seems right. 20 slot. Gossamer bag. Yeah, so it's 10 gold per 20 slot, so then you get the bag slots at 10 divided by 20. Yeah, it's like 50 silver per slot there, so the 18 are more efficient, I'd say. Cool, that concludes our math lesson for today. Deposit compact. You should be able to use up all these. Use all those. Just pop those back in there. Now you would count 1820 slot as gold to buy bag slot plus price of the bag both included. Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, you definitely can go through and work out the most efficient way, and I'm definitely not saying 32 is an efficient way. 32 is an uber splurge. It's a similar sort of like idea if you talk about like Ascended armor as well. Like I think when Ascended stuff was first coming out, not many people have it. There was always a discussion of like what was more efficient to get. Was it the like, do you want to get Ascended armor? How much worth it is that compared to exotics? And I think it ended up being like your trinkets, super valuable. Weapons, also fairly valuable. Ascended armor, not that much compared to the rest. So it's quite low on the list of things to get. Unless you did fractals, in which case, yeah, that was required. Unless you want to do insane things with infusions. And for a while I was trying to go through and track my drops for unidentified gear to find out what was like profitable to do. And I spent quite a few hours going through and documenting it. Oh, that was rough. I think I opened something like 100,000 unidentified bags. No, not sell, we're going to open. Use all. There we go, to the complete brain fart.
Everything has unfolded as I knew it would.
Sadly, the world
beans.
remains a dangerous place.
Yeah, it's a nice amount of ectos. 60 is nice. That refills our stock a little bit. Ooh, what are you? Chalice of the Gods. Already got you though. Let's see how much you go for. No, 2 gold. That ain't bad. Okay, so where are we at in terms of the event timer? There is another Chat Garrett popping up. That sounds like a plan. Let's see if we can tag another Chat Garrett. And then I could just sit on like Deadeye for a bit. That would be fun. My mic is actually blocking my M key because I cannot quite touch type. I had to look to find where my M key was. Isn't that embarrassing? Caliber, if you spent the amount of hours into farming, it would have probably taken quite some time still calculating the efficiency of efficient itself. But yeah, we are definitely getting quite nerdy right now. Okay, yeah, it looks like this map has tags. Sweet. Is it Elandria? If you want, there is a Tangled Depths up. You may be able to join on me for. I'm gonna have to pull up my. I'll go find a place to stand. I'll see if I can pull up my gold making spreadsheet. There are more like complicated ones out there, but I do enjoy it. I use it quite a lot for like crafting runes and shenanigans. Because for quite a while I was crafting tormenting runes to make a good amount of profit. It wasn't like a huge percentage of profit, but with the sheer cost of tormenting runes, you'd actually make like a good amount of money per day for like relatively little effort. So it was like a not insignificant amount of gold. Let's see if we can find that. We just shuffled all the folders around on our computer because we built a new home server as well, so things are sort of all over the place. Oh, hi Addie, you're awake now. She's awake. Equals to gold generation calculator. That should be it. That's good because we can actually wait for the event to pop there. Isn't the Guild Wars 2 efficiency for that? Yeah, you can definitely use Guild Wars efficiency for that. I wanted to basically create a spreadsheet that would basically pull all the runes and sigils and tell me what was like profitable to craft at any point. So it would save me having to like type them in. It would just go through and automatically update everything. Is everything updated here? Where are you? Data, refresh data. You should be connecting to data source. Okay. Cool, you can't see that because it's behind Guild Wars. There we go. Okay, so if I zoom in, can I control zoom? There we go. We should be able to see that we're looking at Excel now. Okay, we've taken a sidestep from Guild Wars now. Let me just set all these to 0. There we go. Okay, so at the moment, assuming my math is correct, and it should be, basically what I've gone through and done, this was a tedious exercise. What we're looking at here, this is the recipe for like, it's not every rune in the game, it was every rune in the game before our End of Dragons. So yeah, like this is Superior Rune of Radisum, we had Pile of Lucent Crystal, Charm of Brilliance. I'm just showing off now because I like showing off my spreadsheets. I put time into this, other people are going to see it whether they like it or not. We've got the Glob of Ectoplasm here, and basically it's working out the cost of them. Then if I go to the dashboard, it's basically going through and ranking figuring out what's like most profitable in terms of like profit per craft. Thank you, I'm very proud of the spreadsheet. I spent way too much time doing this at work when I should have actually been working. The good thing is they can't tell the difference between like work spreadsheets and Guild Wars spreadsheets, so recommend. But yeah, tormenting runes are like 1.6 gold per craft. So yeah, if you generally I'd craft like, you know, like 6 or so, because people tend to buy runes in lots of 6 for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's quite a good way to just like Nightfall just place like buy orders for the materials and then go through and like sell. So yeah, there's that. Go away, other alarm. We've got Persona 5 music. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, I also did it for other types of runes as well. The math for that one's a little bit different because you had to buy like, say for like Reaper runes, you had to buy, what do you call it? Necromancer runes. just work at home and watch streams instead of working. I did work from home for quite a while, and the amount of like YouTube watching I got done was astounding. We were just like sitting there while that event was happening. Sorry, people. But yeah, my job before the last one, they were quite chill with me, just like watching like YouTube videos, even while I was working. Like I just, even when I was in the office, quite often just had like YouTube videos on the other screen. Because yeah, it's generally understood that, yeah, sometimes people need a little bit of a break from working, because yeah, I was working as an engineer. So yeah, people just like sit there with YouTube videos or music up, and usually I help them concentrate or give them a bit of a mental break. Next job, not so much. And I'm just going to be like really lazy and just sit short one here. Oh, well done, Landry, for getting in. Hopefully you weren't trying to like force your way into the map the whole time. How the half your work time is waiting until the compiler is finished. It can be like pretty sweet if you're actually like given the leeway to sort of sit there and chill while you're waiting for it. If you've got like that little bit of an understanding and you don't have anyone breathing down your neck to look busy, then yeah, that's a pretty sweet deal. So there is a few things worse in an office than having to look busy. It is one of the most demoralizing things you can do in an office. And it becomes a bit of an art as well. Okay, so we're just going to be very lazy and sit on rifle now.
You must like it. I could outrun us.
Ouch. We nailed it. We did well. That's right. We got our Jade bot.
I was in some deep trouble.
Crouch and spam 3. Mark it and spam 3. Use our skill, pop into stealth.
Perfect shot.
I'm really aware that I could be contributing more to this event, so we're just going to indulge me being a little bit lazy now.
Contract accepted.
I do like seeing the big numbers on Deadeye though.
Taking the shot.
They got like a cheeky like 30k hit there. It's very satisfying to land. Good, dodge that. Ouch. Okay, we're good. Yeah, see, one thing that I don't like about Deadeye is just how like clunky it is when you're crouching. I would really like it if you could like just move to force yourself out of crouch. I will catch up on chat. I'm just going to actually make sure I don't die. Oh no, Ladra, where are you? Oh, there you are. I'm coming. I will be there at some point once that purple donut is off you. There we go. Help. I help. Oh no. Oh, but you're a learned electrician, or you learned electrician in Germany. It's a 3-year training for almost every craft. Sounds about right, somewhat similar like Australia. And you had to act busy all the time, not only in the office, and your mental health actually took a big hit during the time. I totally get that. I truly understand that. I'm really sorry, and I hope your mental health's doing a bit better right now. But yeah, it's a hard thing to describe to people, some of the weird quirks of like working in an office, because on paper, like it sounds great, like we're like, yeah, some people can be like, oh, you just need to like look busy? That sounds like super easy. It's not, like, it does a serious number on your mental health. And there's a whole host of complicated reasons as to why. If you want the book I'm reading at the moment, I've actually read it several times. I tend to listen to it on Audible whenever I go out for a run. I must have got the chest from this earlier, but we still have Scar to do. A book I have been reading is Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber. I would highly recommend it. It is a very entertaining book and does a really good job at vocalizing some of the quirks about how modern work has made jobs that seemingly don't serve any purpose and sort of reasons why they exist, the impacts that they have on people's mental health. And yet it talks explicitly about the need to like look busy in the office and the implications that has on people's mental health. I really recommend it. It is a really good book. To say I didn't work office but in a factory. I'm not sure what a factory is. That like a factory? But there you are. Also have to look busy. It's not only an office thing. That's very true. It's not only an office thing. I guess I just come at it from a perspective of like me basically having like worked in office for my entire working life. So that's the perspective I draw from. But yeah, the need to like look busy, that's not just in the office. That's across like so many areas of work. And it has a very odd and sometimes very severe impact on people's mental health. As you can see, I'm just like still recovering from a huge amount of burnout from my last few jobs. Last year was a particularly brutal one for it. I'm doing better now, so that is good. No, I totally understand that
Time to do
the
something.
impacts that it can have. I love short-term people. Andrea, where are you? There you are. Okay, you're up. Sweet. Awesome. I assume Scar's going to die after this. We should have like the entire map here, more or less. I'm just like... It's times like this where I'm actually just going to turn auto-targeting back on. Where are you? There we go. Because when things die so quickly, at a certain point you just need to hit something. Oh no. Quick auto-attack. There we go. Quick good. Just like this weird bug where it like comes up and goes back down. Yeah, comes back up again. It's super weird.
Back on my feet.
How are we getting on now?
Replenishing.
Now see, did I actually... I can't remember if I opened the chest from the first time I did this at the start of the stream. I suspect I didn't. Which is silly, because I could have missed out on an infusion. There? Because if it's not there, then it means I opened it. I can't see it. Oh no, it's there. Can I open it though? I did an entire Tangled Depths meta earlier and I didn't open the chest. Oh no. That's alright, we redeemed ourselves. We remembered to open it now. No infusion for me, unfortunately. Do this every day, and I'm not one of those lucky enough to get an infusion. What is the Chak egg sack going for nowadays? I checked the Festive Confetti infusion, and that was still going for like... I'm doing head math, like 9,000 gold. Chak. What is it called, actually? Egg sack? Or is it just like not on the trading post anymore? It might not be. Here's to Chak egg sack. Misspelled that horribly. Yeah, it's on the wiki. You should have been able to see it there. Yeah, I literally don't think there's any on the trading post at the moment. It's got a... like a buy order of like 0, a lower sell order of 0, and a max of like 10,000. So I legitimately think there's none on the trading post now. Ouch. Well, there we go. If someone gets it, then they're going to make an absolute killing. Although at a certain point, they're probably going to like go onto one of those like Guild Wars 2 Exchange subreddits to actually like be able to move it. Because at that point, the 15% trading post tax, like a 15% trading post tax on 10,000 gold, that's a big number. That's I'm getting an engineering degree and a math degree, but I'm going to use a calculator to do that. I'm also going to like finger peck at this because I'm going to lean into the meme a little bit more. Yeah, 15% on 10,000. That's, yeah, 1,500 gold in just trading post taxes. That stings. And you actually have to... No, you don't have to have that. You need to have the 5%. So you still need to have like 500 gold just to list it on the trading post for that much.
Lock and load. Replenishing.
There we go. This is why I like Rifle Deadeye in open world. Kneel,
Endurance
kneel,
running low.
mark, and 3. And it's gone. I do actually probably prefer having, what was it, payback. So whenever Renewing Gaze triggers, so basically whenever we kill an enemy, we get a portion of our recharge reduced. No, go away. Pressing all the wrong buttons. TP tax and waypoint fees are Guild Wars 2's greatest money sinks, Calvin. It's very true. They have done a very good job at like keeping inflation in the game in check. Like you hear stories of other MMOs where, you know, the cost of items just completely skyrocket to the point where like the money becomes effectively like worthless. Like where all of a sudden like, it'd be like if, I know, like an exotic weapon costs like 5,000 gold or something like that. Like that happens in other games. After the gate is up, I need to go. No, that is alright. Like, I'm probably getting close to my bedtime as well, so we'll probably be looking for someone else to raid after that. Let's start preemptively looking. No, not Guild Wars Efficiency. I've opened that enough tonight. We're looking at Twitch. Coach Destiny is streaming Guild Wars, and he is amazing. And he truly deserves a raid. So very shortly, we'll be teeing that up. How have our drop frames been? They've been quite good, actually. Because, yeah, since I mentioned earlier, since I became affiliate earlier this week, like Tuesday at 2 AM, I went through and changed it so I was no longer streaming 720. I went into 1080-60, so I spent a fair amount of time on Twitch Inspector trying to make sure I actually had the settings dialed in so I wouldn't be dropping frames left, right, and center. It seems to be okay. I hope it is for you all watching. And sorry for the audio kerfuffle earlier. I do not know why OBS is not playing ball there, but hey, OBS can have a mind of its own. Albert, thank you very much for the follow. So good to have you, and you've been an absolute blast to have in chat. And I enjoy chatting nerdy Guild Wars topics with you. No, that is alright, friend. I've done the same thing where I thought I've like followed people, and all of a sudden I'll like go look at their channel a couple days later. I'm like, wait, I didn't follow? Landra, thank you for the Fractal run and the nice stream. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for popping on. It was great to have you for Fractals. I do enjoy playing Fractals with viewers. Because then I get to subject you to all my mad ramblings. So thank you. I gotta stop having coffee that time. Coffee on that side, we've got water on this side. It's better. One of the best things we got from IKEA, probably can't show it too easily. I could brute force it, but I won't. We've got clamp on like coffee holders or drink holders on the desk. Let me just pull one off because they just clamp on. Probably looks very weird in the stream. Here we go. Yep, clamp on drink holder. So we've got one on each side. So one holds my water and one holds my coffee. So my partner Jess and I, we have two of them on each of our standing desks. That's so good. And most of the time it stopped me spilling my drink. It didn't stop me spilling coffee over my Stream Deck the other day. Stream Deck's okay. It smells a little bit funky, but yeah, it didn't stop me that time. Go back to the coffee. Yeah, they were so good. They took ages to come from IKEA because IKEA in our part of Australia, shocking. Trying to order anything online is like always out of stock. But when they came in, we kept an eye out. We had like notifications set up for them. We got them. So happy.
We become one.
If I didn't need to go to the bathroom occasionally, I would not need to move from my desk. That leaves us open to other upgrades down the track. Okay, so I'm actually just taking a quick browse through some of the Condi Spectre traits. So I can get my head around the alacrity side of it. So I'm pretty sure the only other trait we need to swap over is just that wells give alacrity, so traversing dusk will heal allies in the area around you when you shadow step. Okay, so that's pretty good for other skills that have shadow steps as well. Gain shadow force on each ally in the radius. Wells grant alacrity. Okay, so that's 4 seconds of that on each, and then you basically just pump up your boon duration until you get it. You get your 100% duration. There's nothing in the elite side that does it. So that's basically just a pure damage increase trait. Gain expertise based on a percentage of your vitality. While in trial, transfer conditions to your teleport ally. So a bit of a healy one. Then we got a barrier one. That's it. Them's the words. Now I'm going to be cheeky and not go for... Actually, which is the most efficient one to go to? Go to this one because I might not be ported. Yes. Then we can circle back to that one.
Mine. All mine.
Dude, the hardest part of this encounter is not getting ported at the chest. And we've already done that one earlier. Good there. The experience is very much appreciated because, as I've mentioned many a time, we don't have that many spirit shards. Mimi Mesmers and their tricky ports. It's not just them, like, yeah, Scourgers will do it. I've seen Thieves do it with Shadow Portal. I can do it with White Mantle Portal device. I choose not to because I am truly benevolent. And also I don't know how, or I don't know the best places to port people to get them stuck in walls. It's probably best that I don't have that knowledge. Okay, so that is our Tangled Depths done. So at that point, I think is a good point to wind up the stream. Stick around because we are going to raid Coach Destiny, who is currently playing Guild Wars. Everyone, check them out and give them a follow. They truly deserve it. So let me just tee that up. Oh, I've mistyped raid. That's fun. Raid. Well, thank you very much, Panther, for the follow. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. We're just about to raid Coach Destiny. Oh, I typed that so bad. Right on, thanks for the stream. Thank you so much. Ignore the caps that are going to pop up with this one. It's going to be weird. Caps lock is my weapon swap, so forgive. Oh, you came from Mr. Soulbind's raid? Awesome. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the stream so far. It's been great having you here. I'm going to trigger this raid for Coach Destiny now. So that will be up in a couple seconds. Thank you all so much for watching. You have all been amazing. It's been a great stream. Thank you so much for the raids earlier. Mira Lotus, Calvin, and Mr. Soulbound, thank you so much. You've made it amazing. Guild Wars community is incredible as always. But we're going to trigger this raid now in 3, 2, 1. Take care all.